What's up, guys? Welcome back to another vlog. I'm gonna be honest with you right now. I don't know how much I'm gonna be able to film, how much footage I'm gonna get for this week. As you can hear, I am still sick, and when I tell you this thing is kicking my butt, it is kicking my butt. The last video that you guys saw me, I was talking about how I felt better. That was just the medication working, girl. That was just the medication working, girl. There was nothing going. It was about to demolish me after that, okay? And that's basically what it did. I have been bedridden, as you can hear in my voice. I'm not 100%, okay? And there were so many things that I wanted to do for this week. Well, not like just to start this week, because we're in November, and November is all about, for me at least, it's all about deep cleaning, decluttering, reorganizing, doing stuff in my apartment just to make it ready for the next year, because, you know, after December, you're in January, duh. Yeah, after December, it's January, and the next is 2025. And we want to start, you know, you just want to have, the year, or you just want to be ready for next year by the end of this year. And November is always the time to do that for me. By December, everything should be in place, everything should be ready. Not necessarily ready, but you should have a good start for the coming year. There's so many things that I want to do, so many house projects, so many little things that I want to do, and I'm just not in the mood to do anything right now. I feel horrible. I feel beat up. Okay, I feel beat all the way up. I feel horrible. I do. I really do. Yeah, like there's just so many things that I want to do. Operation Bedhead is back in effect. I want to get rid of those pillows. Those are just hideous. Like, they were cute for a minute, like, oh, look what I did. But in reality, no, that's garbage, all right? And I want to revamp my bedside tables. I want to revamp this, because this is actually a bookshelf that is supposed to stand upwards, so it has like a little bunch of holes in it. I want to fill those in. I need to do my nails. I am nowhere near ready to do my nails. Like, this is where I feel like I should be getting into the ready-made press-ons, like the ones that the girlies be doing and selling. If you know what I'm talking about, you know, like there's a bunch of press-on companies out there that make nails and sell them. But here's the thing, nobody's gonna make my nails the way I make my nails, okay? These are top tier, okay? These are not just regular press-on nails. I have acrylic overlay on this. Just it's a science to it too, because I know that there are companies that dip them in the dipping powder, you know, the dip powder, like you brush the glue and then you dip the powder and then it dries like acrylic. I know that there are some girlies that do that to make the nail more thick and sturdy, but you see, that's the thing. I only want the tip of the nail to be nice and thick and sturdy, going back halfway on the nail bed. That's all I need. As for the rest of the nail, I'm just gonna leave it as is. That way it doesn't look too bulky. That way it looks like you got your nails done. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's thin towards the back where the nail, like towards your cuticles, and then it's thick towards the top. And that's basically how they would do acrylic overlay if you were in the salon. So the girlies aren't really doing the nails like how I need them to be done. So I can't, what is this? I can't, you see what I'm saying? Like, I can't do that. And then you're like, no, I can always clock press on nails. You can't look at my nails and tell me they're press on. I'm sorry, you just cannot. When they're done up, you can't. If I didn't tell you they were, you wouldn't know. Okay? So nobody's gonna make my nails the way I want them, so therefore I am stuck doing them by myself. I would have to bring somebody in and train them, child. But in a situation like this, on a day like this, I do wish that I had some really luxurious style press-on nails, I should say. And because I really don't have the energy to be doing them. I really don't. I feel like I've been hit by a train. Okay, the cough is killing me. The cough is taking me out. The fever is gone, okay? I still have to be taking medicine. and the medicine makes me sleepy. But without the medicine, like the cough is just non-stop, especially when I lie down. Like that's just the craziest thing. Like I'm trying to go to sleep at night and here you are trying to kill me. The cough is about to take me out. I have so much pain in my lower back, and I know it's because I've just been laying down and I haven't been getting like the proper exercise and moving about and stuff like that. But girl, I need to lie down. Like I am tired. I feel exhausted. The cough. I don't know what kind of cold this is. I feel like it's been more than a week and I've been sitting here suffering with this thing. Maybe it is the other thing, but we just didn't get it checked out. Who knows? Let me drink my coffee, girl. Even this, I don't want no coffee, but if I don't drink it, like I'm going back to sleep. We're on the road for Operation Headboard because the way I want to do it, it should be super easy and sleek and beautiful. Okay, very simple, very cozy, very warm, very inviting. So we're just gonna go to the the home center to look for the board that we need. And I also want to, did I even tell y'all? Yeah, yes I did. And I also want to upgrade my side tables. So first things first, we need to get like a piece of board for the bottom because I'm actually gonna put legs, little feet on it. Legs, you call it legs? I don't know what you call it. But I'm miserable. My nose is peeling from blowing it so much. It feels so good outside, y'all. Listen, when I first came to Japan, like my first year, I would say, I'm sorry, I'm picking my nose. Let me stop. Anyway, so when I first came to Japan, right, my first winter, I was excited to see it. And then after I saw it, it was kind of like, I'm not really enjoying the cold season because I hadn't adapted to it. But now I feel like I've adapted to it. I've been here for 18 years. And I want to say this is probably like my third year that I am fully excited for winter. That might seem strange coming from an island girl, but I really am. I absolutely enjoy having the seasons change, like watching the world turn like that, because in the Caribbean you don't see that. The leaves them never turn orange, them ever green. Them always green. I think he annoyed with me today too. Anyways, I don't blame him because I'm miserable. I don't blame him. I don't blame him. He is holding on for dear life, okay? He's trying to make me happy. I'm biting you. I'm snapping at you. I'ma do better. I'ma do better. We gotta do better. I'ma do better. Okay, I'ma pray about it and do better. Let's have a good time. I'm sorry. I'm really excited for winter. I'm excited for the snow. I know it's going to be cold, and winter is the longest season, but there's something in me that completely changed to the point where I look forward to it. I look forward to all the seasons because Japan seasons, winter is the longest, but the seasons move rapid. You feel me? Like, you never feel like time is going slow. Back home they have a saying like time stops here. Something like that. I can see a piece of something right there, but I can't get it. It's just peeling. Yeah, so we're just gonna go out and just get a little fresh air and get some sunlight because I've just been locked up in the house all week in the bed, sleeping and sleeping, sleeping. Because it really started from the Kyoto trip. Just a few, like he got it right away. Like the night of, like when we came back, I could tell that something was off with him. You know, like he got it right away. And then for me, it took like 3 days after, and then it hit me. So yeah, I'm pushing through, child. Okay. And I'm really excited for my DIY because I think it's gonna look great. I think once it's done, it's gonna look amazing. And I think, you know, we're growing, we're elevating, because the little pillows that I have on there, it's a great idea, but I can do better. Right now, cherish my love. So we are back home from the home center. So these are the boards that I got. So I'm literally going to create like a panel in the back of the bed. I think that's going to look a lot more cleaner and sleeker. And I went with the dark wood because the furniture in my bedroom is dark, and I was actually contemplating to paint them over like a different color, but I feel like for my bedroom, dark furniture is the vibe. I like dark furniture. There's something about it, yo. So as you can tell, all the furniture in my place is dark. I like dark wood, you know, rich dark mahogany and burnt type of wood for my furniture. So yeah, so these are the ones that we got. So we're gonna do this later on. Right now we both need a break. Let me face the light again. Yeah, we both need a break because outside is cold. Outside is cold. Winter is upon us, honey. The wind was winding. Look at the food hubby made. This looks so good. What's it called? Tomato cream pasta?
Yeah, tomato cream pasta.
And he did it like a one-pot style. Looks amazing and smells amazing.
Wow.
It's good.
Wow. Oishii. Oishii, yeah.
So I am in here filming content, and I just figured I would share with you guys my current skin routine. I'm still gonna throw the eyes in there, but I've changed up a few things and I've surprised myself. And I just feel like I could put that in here. Besides, you guys want to see the makeup video, so I feel like sometimes I can just throw it in the vlog. So like I said, it's a work day. I'm doing this this wig for Hermosa, and it's one of those Yaki units, honey. And I'm playing music. Hopefully it's not too loud. It's kind of loud, is it? I need a music girl, okay? Because music and makeup and getting ready as a girl, it goes together. If you know, you know. So yeah, I feel like I just want to share with you how I have been doing my makeup lately. Yeah, so like I said, the other day we went to Kyoto and destroyed us, okay? Because who really be walking from 9 a.m. to 4 a.m. with just 2 breaks and not even 1 hour breaks, okay? 2 breaks. The non-stop walking really tore us up, okay? So I'm in here struggling. I'm late on this sponsorship and the whole 9 yards. As usual, the Nivea cream, baby, because it always gets my skin right, and it's super hydrating and moisturizing, and it makes the makeup sit good, and my skin just loves it. So I gotta go back in now and wipe off my brows because no brow product will stick on this. And girl, the amount of foreigners that were there, a lot of Russians and Chinese. Like, I noticed that the tourists in Japan, like, that's like the #1, especially Chinese. I think Chinese take #1 when it comes to stuff like that, okay? I'm gonna be doing I'm gonna be laminating my brows, I should say. I'm using the Gots to Be situation, and we're just gonna brush this back and forth in here and let it get tacky for a minute. You want to brush back and forth because it really coats the lash. Y'all know what I mean, child, okay? It's been a minute and I feel so out of place sitting in my studio and doing my makeup and filming and talking with you guys. That's just, yeah, what's going on. Okay, so we're gonna carve these out, but we're not really gonna fill them in. I need to take this thing off of my head because I feel like I can't hear myself. Okay, so I'm just gonna carve out the bottom, and I'm using the ABH, what is this stuff, Diff Brow? Tell me you're out of the loop without telling me you're out of the loop. I need to shave my brows, but I don't have time for that today, boo-boo. Okay, like just, you know, get the bottom shape going so we have a guide, and we're gonna move on to the face. We're actually gonna come back to the brows later on. So as usual, we are going to clean up, and for that, I'm gonna be using the ABH, oh my god, the Huda Beauty concealer, the full filter concealer, to just do everything, because I'm also going to be using the same color under my eyes. So we're just going to tie it all in, and then we're going to use the brush and just smooth that out. Okay, I had to remove that was just cutting off my circulation. That was enough. I'm gonna put some more on the lid now that we have everything nice and defined, and I am going to pat this out with my large fluffy eyeshadow brush, basically. Okay, so what I have been doing is just using the same brush and dipping into a dense powder. You can use a loose powder, but we're gonna set the brow area and the transition area. That way when we put the eyeshadow down, it's just gonna be easy to blend in that area. Hubby is over here talking about we should go back, but we should go back by ourselves just without the kids, because we feel like there's a lot of things that we missed that we didn't really get to enjoy. But at the same time, I'm kind of like, now that I know what's going on, first of all, the amount of people that were out there, I don't know when none of the brush them day, no, them just disappearing. So I'm gonna be using two palettes. I'm gonna be using Olori 3 and Olori 1. These are both by Juvia's Place. I want this shade all over my lid, but I want to use this brown for in my crease. And I'm also going to be doing like a halo type of thing, and we're going to keep it nice and tight, that it's not overpowering and it's not too much. Go into that same color, and we're going to start to pat that in here. Like I said, don't go too high with this, just like that. Okay, pat that in there, and very lightly try to diffuse the edges at the same time. As usual, we're just gonna follow suit, do the same thing on the bottom. This is a really quick eye look, by the way. It's gonna look like you did a whole lot, but honey, we're moving fast, all right? It's also really rainy like right now, and I noticed that every time it rains, the season break, like, you know, like it gets a little bit colder every time it rains. It gets a little bit colder, it gets a little bit colder every time it rains. White concealer from Morphe, because I want the next color to just tear up the place. You see what I'm saying? Like tear it up, tear it up. I want it to pop, okay? Pop lock. Okay, now we're gonna go in with this shade, and I want the shade because my sweater is literally this color. So, you know, Caribbean people love to match. Okay, pop this on the lid, girl. Pop it on the lid, just throw it on there. And I'm using a fluffy brush to actually pop this on. Oh, what am I doing out there? In just I walk up and down, you know? Lurking out the door. Because you just don't want to leave it like that. You gotta mesh the colors together, and because we're doing nothing but mattes, you gotta go back in and add color. You know what I'm saying? Like that just looks, you know what I'm saying? But watch, you put this down and you start to bring it back to life and fuse it over into the other color. It just makes everything look really nice and pristine. Like, look at that already. Do the same thing to the inner eye. Close it in a little bit. You know, looks a lot better now. It's been a minute since I've done a halo, because you just don't want to leave it like that. You gotta mesh the colors together, and because we're doing nothing but mattes, you gotta go back in and add color. You know what I'm saying? Like that just looks, you know what I'm saying? But watch, you put this down and you start to bring it back to life and fuse it over into the other color. It just makes everything look really nice and pristine. Like, look at that already. Do the same thing to the inner eye. Okay, so I just put some glue on my lash line, and I'm letting that sit and get I'm letting that sit and get tacky. And I also have some glue on my false lashes, and that's also sitting there getting tacky. So when they're both dry and I put them on, not moving. Okay, for the fun part, let's get into it, because I have just been loving the way I've been doing my face lately.
So first we're gonna go in and bronze. Girl, I need to put down my primer. We've already moisturized. So for my primer, and this is mostly in my T-zone area, I'm gonna be using the Milk Makeup Mattifying Primer. And I just focused this right in the T-zone, to be honest with you. And because I'm using cream products, it does a good job, but it's not gonna last like all day. Cream products are just like that, and especially if you're oily, forget about it. Some things will just never change. It will never change, okay? Never. As for me, because I'm using cream right now, like it does a really good job at just hiding all those little imperfections. So I tend to skip that. But if you want to go ahead and really have that flawless, like, you know what I'm saying? You can do that, girl, okay? And we're also going to be setting this as usual. Some things will never change because it's orange, and this is orange. Who this for? Where the orange people? Is it for the girls that be tanning, like them really tanning and thing, and them look orange? Is it for them? Okay, now we continue with the bronzer, okay? We're gonna lay the bronzer down first. What in the name of God is he doing? Okay, let's continue. We're gonna bring this down the nose. And because like cream just works well on moisturized skin, okay? And this is also one of the reasons I love baby hairs, because if you ever get your makeup in your lace, you notice that the lace just turns a different color and it never looks right. Like it just looks a little you know, googly moogly. This is what I've changed up. The way I have been loving cream foundation lately. I've been throwing this on my face because one, it is super cute. It is super cute. It's super quick, you know, to just look at the coverage already. Quick, okay? Covers. Now, like I said, longevity, don't expect that. But I don't care because it's so pretty. It is so stinking pretty on the skin. Cream foundation, and I never thought I would be this girl because I have always run away from cream foundation because I'm super oily. But the way that this stuff looks, now I see like why the professionals tend to use more cream than liquid. Number one, the skin-like quality. Number two, because it's cream, like no matter what you put on your face compared to liquid, it sits a lot better on the skin. Like it's not really that easy to like crack or, you know, because it's already something that is going to be hydrating because it's a cream. You feel me? Liquid can tend to look a little cakey. It's just a different finish, okay? Now we're going to go in with the Huda Beauty concealer and we're going to sculpt this area. I never do out here. Y'all already know that. Like all of that out there just don't be making no sense to me, girl, okay? Like let me focus this where it needs to go. A powder puff, okay? Now before we go in and blend this out, I'm going to spray the powder puff and I'm not going to wait for this to dry. I'm going in and blend everything out, and because that cream is there, it's gonna look at that already. Oh, look at that already. Boom. Like we're, you see what I'm saying? Like we're moving on. All right, been loving this blush. It's Dahlia and it's by Juvia's Place. It's so good. So what I like to do is actually spread it out on the back of my hand like this because it's super pigmented, and then I like to go back in with my puff and just tap it in there so I have a good layer. You get what I'm saying? And then we're gonna go in and lightly start to add it instead of just adding it to the skin directly. I'm gonna put it over everything and just blend it out. That's what I've been doing. So it's soft, you know? It just does something. You see how flawless that is? We haven't even set the face yet. This new powder by Juvia's Place, love. Love, love, love. And I love the powder puffs that comes with it, but they're dirty, so I need to wash those. I only have 2. Some things will never change. The damp sponge, listen, as a matter of fact, you do what you want to, because I've been telling you from 1954 to use the damp sponge, but you want to do other stuff, so you go ahead and you go in with warm honey, and we're going to set the rest of the face. I'm going to use the butt of the beauty blender to pat that in. Set the neck because we have a little bit of cream foundation down there. And I'm pretty sure I've told you guys before, but this glue It's called DUP. It's a Japanese glue, and it works best dry contact to contact. So you put some on your lower, you put some on your lash line, you put some on your false lash. Let both dry. Now you're not gonna have any wiggle room with this. You need to know how to put on your lashes. Like, you need to be versed when it comes to putting on your lashes, because once it's stuck, there's no wiggle room. So you gotta put it down correctly. Think of two sticky substances when they touch. There's no wiggle room. It's just, and if you pull it off, you're gonna have to reapply it. Yeah. So if you get this, I'm gonna link it down in my Amazon store. But if you get this, your lashes ain't coming off, okay? You are not gonna be like the girl on the jet ski where her lash flew off. That ain't happening with these. We're back to Bella. Remember this blush? I had to whip this out for the autumn season, okay? In person, it's like a corally orange, but with hints of browns. It's not bright, you know? Yeah, that's the word. It's not bright. It's just a little muted. If you have this, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't have this, you need to go and get it. Okay, it's by Juvia's Place. And I've been loving carrying my blush way up into this area right here, all the way across. There is something super dolly-like and super cute, but it's still not crazy. It just, I used to put my blush just out here and leave in here bare, but now I like to carry it all across the cheeks. Stippling brush and bronzer is just my new thing to do. It's just a lot softer. The blend that it creates, like, we got to get back into our stippling brushes, honey, when it comes to applying powder especially. I know people still use it to apply liquid foundation, but no, honey, you got to use it for the powders. It's the powders where it's going to shine. To blend everything more, we're going to go in with the Sephora Micro, what is this? Micro Smooth Powder. You remember the MAC Skin Finish? Do they still have that? And we're going to go in between the bronzer and the highlight. And we're gonna start to really bring the face together now and smoothen everything out. And we're just doing light washes of color, like, you know, just a little tint, because the face is set, but we want to blend everything that it looks perfect. You gotta get it back in to the stippling brush. Like, you have to pick it back up, go in the drawer and get it. Now we're gonna go in and redefine the brows. Now the tail is already good, and I don't want to take away from the hairs, you know, like I want them to still look light like this, but just a little bit more defined. I'm gonna be using Ebony by ABH, and this is the, girl, what is this? This is the Brow Wiz. This little teeny tiny pencil, girl, okay? And we're gonna lightly just fill in the sparse areas, kind of going around the edge of the actual brow. I'm gonna avoid covering anything in here. That's just all hair, so it's doing its own thing. So we're just defining the shape. Okay, we're good to go. Less is more. Boom, done. Okay, let's do the other one. So in all actuality, what we did was just use colors to trace around the brow and not fill in the brow, is basically what we did. Now we're gonna apply our mascara. So I'm just using a fluffy spoolie to kind of just brush any powder out of the brow. And that's gonna deepen it up, because there's powder sitting on top of that that stuff that we put. So I'm just kind of dusting it off to bring it back. So you see they got a little bit darker. A little glow is always a yes. This is by Eloise. They sent me this a good while ago, and stuff like this will last me forever, because as you guys already know, I don't really highlight my face. It's always just the nose to make it look nice and glowy, and adding that little touch kind of, it gives the illusion of dew without doing too much, you know. But I don't like out here, forehead, none of that, because I'm telling you, give me let me cook, and you will see that oil shining through. That's all the glow. That keep the lips really simple because we're doing a lot. So I'm going to use 90s, and this is a liquid lipstick, and I'm actually going to, I have been loving this because I noticed that this will last a lot longer than a pencil. I'm going to use this Maybelline liquid lipstick, and it's called Versatile. Should I do this color or should I do Fenty? Let's do Fenty. Okay. What is this? This is cheeky. Not too much going on. Just a little something, something. And that's it, girl. Let me go ahead and finish out this hair video and come back to y'all at another time. But this is it, bro. I'm gonna take my picture. Take my picture. Look at his hair. Mossa.
Oishii.
Oh, here you go. Dark white.
I long for that feeling. Why did it have to go away? I long for that feeling. Remember everything you said. Had to go on dreaming, dreaming. 'Cause baby, you are everywhere.
Whew. Okay guys, so hubby just got through putting on the last piece of board. We started a little bit after 9. Now it's 10. So let me show you what it looks like. I feel like this, look at me with a mic and the camera, girl, but that looks much better. Tell the truth. Compared to what I did before, this looks like we bought this whole, well, we did buy the whole entire thing and made it, but it looks like we bought it ready-made, but we made it ourselves. We did it ourselves. I absolutely love how that looks. It looks a lot more elevated and a lot more chic, and I can't wait to do, you know, just fix up the bed and stuff like that. As you can tell, we made it longer than the bed because once we put the nightstands beside it, it's actually going to match. The next project is to elevate the nightstands. So
Side table.
the side table. We call it nightstand.
Okay.
Yeah, and put lights behind it, make it glow. I'm not sure about the light making it glow, but I do, because it's such a big headboard, I want to put like some clip spotlights, some really pretty ones, attach it to that. But I love how that looks. So yeah, the bed project is done. We're just taking it easy, but I'm super happy about this. So it just looks so good. Doesn't it look good? It looks good. Like this is what I should have did from the beginning. At first I wanted to buy like just one whole piece of board, but it wouldn't fit in the elevator, and we're on the top floor, so nobody's gonna bring that up the stairs. So we decided to do it this way, which is just a lot easier. We really fortified it. It has boards in the back all across, plus it's bolted into the actual headboards of this bed. Y'all already know, if you know this bed, you already know it's just a low Japanese style bed that I'm trying to make a little bit more modernized, but I don't want to get rid of it because it's a really good bed. So yeah, that's it. I'm gonna get rid of the mirrors. I don't know what I'm gonna do up there yet, but I still kind of like the mirrors because when that curtain is open, you can see the curtains through the mirrors. I love the reflection of the city at night, like when I come in here and the lights are nice and dim and it's time to wind down. Yeah, it's not complete, but it's off to a good start. So yeah, I know this vlog is going to be short, but like I said, we got the vid. And I have to be careful with that word because I see YouTube is getting really sensitive with certain words in videos. Like they're really getting tight when it comes to monetizing. But we're just fighting through. We're just fighting through. But it looked good. You like it?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's such a sweetheart. He did all of that while I sat on the bed and just played phone games. And I played music for him. But yeah. I love how that looks. It looks really good. Job well done.